the last episode here from my Let's Play world, we upgraded our iron farm for better efficiency. Now that it's built, it's time to put my building skills to the test and cover it in a massive exploding volcano. While yes, we're gonna need some stone, cobblestone, and tuff, etc., we're also going to need a dump truck load of basalt, blackstone, and magma blocks. So let the nether farming begin. Ah, the lovely nether. The first time we came to this place, it did not end very well. But here we are, back again, ready to take on some massive build projects here. Now, as we can all see, my portal is right above this lovely lava lake. Originally, I was going to build our first nether hub area right over the lava lake, but I've decided I don't want to be that dangerous, and we're actually going to move the nether portal. It's basically straight up into all that netherrack. Hoping that we won't have any gas come near us, but for now, we're just going to go straight up, basically. Now, I never suggest to dig straight up when you're in the nether, but here we are, digging straight up. It's fine. Everything should be fine. We shouldn't have any problems. So my goal here is to actually get up just underneath the bedrock layer and make our portals there. That looks like a pretty decent size. I'm okay with that. Well, if all has gone right, we should load up in the portal above the ground. Step number 1 is finished. We're going to be coming back here at some point to decorate this lovely room up in this episode. But first, we actually need to get on top of the roof of the nether. I don't know about you, but I have definitely never been successful at actually blowing holes in the roof of the nether. However, I really want to do that today because I would love some really easy access to our nether roof that doesn't involve me making a second portal to get up there. So I have all the resources I'm going to need, and I brought a bunch of obsidian just in case this doesn't work and we have to get off the roof. I don't like doing this. Uh-oh. There we go. And so now I have the fun job of trying to figure out how we are going to destroy this piece of bedrock. I don't want to do this. It's okay. I can do this. I have faith in myself. I can do this. Oh, the first one is just not going to work, the first one. I know it. Oh, this is going to be hard. Once again. I did it, guys! Oh my goodness! So that's what you want. You want that upside down? Only the second try, guys. I did not expect that at all. We're back in the overworld, and it is time to get the resources for our very first farm. Since we want to be building a gold farm, we're going to need a bunch of magma blocks, and magma blocks can be gathered from the nether, but I would like to make a farm and also double it into a froglite farm. And with that, our magma farm and froglite farm are complete, and after about a 20-minute AFK session, this is what we got. So we definitely need a whole lot more magma cream than that to do our next project, which is to build up a beautiful gold farm. But I am super happy with what we have here, and we're gonna have all the froglites we could ever want, plus a whole bunch of magma cream. Now it's time to start on our second big build, which is building up a gold farm. And to start on that, we're gonna need a whole bunch of magma cream. So while I go grab lunch, I'm gonna AFK here and see how much we can get. Well, besides the slight hiccup where my game crashed and I lost a full shulker box of AFK'd for magma blocks, we are now ready to try building this gold farm. So we're going to be using Nenbomb's design for the gold farm, I have never used this gold farm design before, but you know what? I'm sure it's going to be great. So we're going to do that, and hopefully all the shulker boxes here behind me are going to have all the resources and materials that we are going to need, and this is going to go off without a hitch. This was just a little bit painful to build, but friends, we have ourselves a gold farm finally. So I will leave the link to the tutorial down in the description if you want to go check it out yourself. But now, you know what? It is just time for a little bit more chill content, more relaxed, just kind of enjoying life and not trying to deal with crazy redstone problems. So if we come down to our nether hub right here, it's kind of looking like a little bit of a disaster. It's just, you know, it's not super pretty and we need to fix that. So let me go get a bunch of more resources and we'll see what we can do about designing this area up. We're going to do something a little bit different with our build paladin here. So if we have the white terracotta and we have the nether brick on the bottom, I want to bring in a few of the pearlescent frog lights. I do kind of like the purpley pink vibes that are going in here. It's something that I don't normally build with, but I am liking the more color here in the nether. However, I don't think I love how this is going. What happens if we take this out, keep the blackstone, and then potentially add in the block of amethyst and frog lights, maybe as a roof for this place? I've made some progress, and I actually kind of like how this has turned out. I'm kind of thinking of this as a train station, since on the other side of the portal we do have the train track system going into the portal, but we also need the piglins for the trading, and I'm kind of wondering what the best way to do this, because yes, I could make a room off to one side here and put them into it, but if we're kind of considering these the tunnels that lead to other portals, I am thinking that maybe we just put the piglins in the side of the wall here. It's not going to be as much work as that gold farm up there, but it's still going to take a bit of work for me to kind of figure out the redstone and do that sort of stuff. I have been looking at tutorials for the piglin bartering, and Waddle's tutorial looks very simple and very compact, and it's definitely going to fit in these small spaces, but we now have to go find piglins. Basically, once we do find a piglin, all we need to do is convince it to go over there and block it in with some glass. Logistically, this sounds like a very easy task, but in practice, well, that might be completely different. We have got a lot of progress here. I have all the piglins in place. It was kind of a thing where I wasn't getting any spawning in, and all of a sudden, almost all of them were just like there. But I'm super happy with how this is turning out. While I was waiting for the piglins to actually spawn in, I took some time to dig out tunnels down each direction. This one obviously still needs a little bit of work, as does this one down here, but it's coming together and I'm starting to see kind of the shape and design we're gonna have. Now that we have all of that done, this is looking fabulous, but there was one more thing that I had planned for this area, because I figured if my piglins were bartering, I could be downstairs or somewhere near here using a basalt generator to get all the basalt that I need. What if we kind of clear out a little bit of this floor here, dig down, and have the farm underneath some glass right below our portal? So I'm gonna get working on that and we'll see what we can do about it. You guys are gonna be really mad at me because I gotta open those and you have a crossbow. I don't really like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So right here, we need a row of 5 chests. And now we need 5 hoppers behind these guys. So now we put the 5 rails on top of our hoppers. And we block it with a couple of blocks. And now we take our 5 minecarts with hoppers. Perfect. Now we take our 5 soul soil and we place those on top of our hopper minecarts. And now we take blocks and place them on both sides of the soul soil. Now we want to add building blocks all the way around the platform. Now we need to add our lava into the dispensers. And we need to add the blue ice on top of the soul soil. And that's the farm, guys. It was not a hard farm at all. I will leave the link to the tutorial that I just followed down in the description, but super simple. So just to test, let's just do that. Now a haste 2 beacon is going to be 1,000 times better. We got 2 pieces of basalt. So unfortunately, the basalt is burning before it can be picked up by the hoppers, and I was kind of wondering about that. So there is something that I know we can do, and I think the easiest way to fix it is actually to piston push the soul sand down into the hopper minecarts. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. If I just do this, doesn't that power the piston? I guess I gotta play around with this a while, maybe look up some more tutorials, and I'll get back with you guys once I get this figured out. I fixed it. What was the problem was I still had the rails underneath of the minecarts, which meant I couldn't actually push down with the piston to move the soul soil in there. But now we have all of the soul soil inside of the minecarts and it is working. And we're actually getting the items sucked down in, and we have 47 basalt. We need to do a little bit of decorating here, and I'm really excited to say I'm pretty sure all our farms are done in the Nether for today. Okay, well, I was able to do a little bit of design work down there, and I think it's looking all right. So to get down, I just have a ladder hidden under a trapdoor here, and then you can come on down, stand right here, and do all the mining that you want. Now, we do need to get a beacon in here because otherwise we're really only mining the first couple of blocks before the lava turns it into basalt again. So it only works partially. Well, before I show you what I have gotten up to on the top of our lovely area here, I think we should set up the haste beacon so that we can actually get all the basalt that we need and do it really fast and productively. Now, I want to be a little crazy. As you can tell, I have 4 beacons in my inventory because, well, I'm beacon rich. Really, like, we have a wither skeleton farm. I am definitely beacon rich. And since we are beacon rich, I am thinking we're actually going to put 4 beacons around here. Now, I did a little bit of research and I have found that if you have efficiency 5 on a diamond pickaxe, and I mean, we have netherite, so it's all good, you can get away with using just a haste 1 beacon. So that is what we're going to do, save a little bit on the iron production, and we are going to make 4 beacons. And here we have beacon number 1 with haste 1 on it. And if we take a look, by doing that and standing here, you can see that we have just enough to get all the way back to the very far end. Oh, this feels so good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We are going to have basalt, so much basalt. And here is a speed beacon, some jump boost for beacon number 3. And we did the last one for resistance. I don't really know, but it's the final one that we can get on the level 1 beacon. So you know what? We're going to do it. And there we go. We can bounce. We can move slightly faster. And of course, we have our haste going on, which is absolutely lovely for all the loveliness. But now I think it is time to go show you the work that I ended up doing on stream yesterday. So as you can see, we got some main tunnel action going on. This is the design I decided to go with. Some crimson wood, of course our pearlescent frog lights and amethyst blocks. And I think it looks really nice. This is the only tunnel that I actually have enough soul sand to put underneath of our half slab so that we can go a little bit faster. But this is kind of the general design. I'm going to go for the main tunnels. However, I have had an idea, and I will show you what I did with one of them. But here, this is down to our stronghold portal, so I'm thinking we're going to make the stronghold portal hallway out of like the cracked stone brick variants, etc., to kind of denote that's what's going to be at the end. And so if we travel down over here, I did a little bit of work on this area. So before, to get up to the nether roof, this is where you had to go over top of all the redstone we had here. So here I switched it, made a new hole in the roof of the nether, and we added in this lovely tunnel design. And we went with a little bit of gold and orange tones here as well, since what you find up there is magma cream farm as well as a froglight farm, and of course our gold farm. So we got our blocks of gold up top, and just for some variation, I went and grabbed a bunch of raw gold blocks, which I think look lovely. Of course, we have lots more tunnels to do, and I do want to get portals going for the mesa, the desert, the mangrove swamp, so we have a lot of more work to do in here, but I'm so happy with the progress in this episode. Oh my goodness. We've made so many farms for getting all the resources we're going to need for our next massive project, which is to build our beautiful exploding volcano. So I think that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're brand new, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe. And now it is my time to get busy on gathering all the resources for our next big episode. So I shall say bye for now.